All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 10-2 on. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Shoot hard. Shoot. Quick there, quick there. Go. Mark 50, mark 50, mark 50. Katie weapon. Let's go.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go. He's got it. We got double up. Watch safety creep. Wow. 50's the money. 22 jet bomber. Ready.
This is Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
So check. Now. Check. Lock it. Ready.
Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go. 90. Wolf. Topper. Mike, 44. Delta.
To throw on second down. Love. He's going to look deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Gates. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Get that ball.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Jello, I'm the blue lady. Mike the 59. Rip left, rip left.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jerry Tillery breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Hey, 57, 57. 59. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable.
Yellow, 180. Bandit, bandit. Check 50, 15, 15.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And that is going to be no. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time. And they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Second and 15. And that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here we
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Shift. He's checking. Crash. 53's the mark. Go.
From the gun, Love. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Now it's Mahomes again. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Leo. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. 66. Bullet high. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Sponge. 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 No, no, no. Kill, 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 kill.
Looking to throw on second down. Love under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You got 7. Let's go. Check, 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 check.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Gates. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. All right, let's get there.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st down, Love got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
We taking wins home. Wall, you're out. Check three. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Wild, 64, weak. Echo. Under 10. Hard. Shut up.
Looking to throw. Love. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Nice rhythm throw there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Let's get in there. Nikon, 132 fight. Check 3. Gone. Check 4.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man on the out route. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Mike, 53, Mike. It's up.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They don't keep playing.
We're back now in KC. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
We want it. Come to my Blue Dog Quarters. Blue Dog Quarters. Check 24. 6 guys. Check 6.
They keep it on the ground again. Gordon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Stay with your man. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Drop it.
On 4th down, Love. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Frank Clark. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Safe.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Gates, the intended receiver there, and now it's 2nd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Banjo. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
And again, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Yellow. Mike, check. 59. Hey, let's get it.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Joker. Hey, Ridley.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Chiefs' 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Check.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On 2nd and inches, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
1st down and goal to go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Buzz. Mike 50. Mike 50. Go.
To throw from his end zone. Love. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 13. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
At the 13-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Gates. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 6 there on first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. You go night-night. Don't go night-night. Hey, it's 50. Mike's 50. Come off the ball. Come on. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Smoke. I think you got it, son. Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Love. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw. Love. Now in desperation. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yellow, yellow.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides.